Hello and welcome to day number 4 at Nordic Open 2017. This is Sunday morning. It's a qualification for the quarterfinals. We are very close to that one. And we brought Michel Lamotte from Belgium today. Hello and welcome, Michel.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yes, and we have to talk about a match between the two Danes, Marc Olsen and Axel Stemark.
Okay.
Do you know anything about those two guys?
I have never heard of Axel Stemark, to be honest, but I know, of course, Marc Olsen from the book he wrote a couple of years ago, and now his newest edition.
Yes.
And I know that he won the Nordic here a couple of years ago against Conrad Froscher.
That's correct, in 2014.
Right.
And he actually has a chance of going back to the finals again if he wins this match.
Right.
The winner will be out. The winner will be in the money. The loser will be out of here. So, and they are still fighting in the fighter set bracket out there. So this is one of the fighter bracket matches.
Great. Looking
But
forward to it.
yes, but shouldn't we see if they are playing out there and let them play and see
Sure.
what's going on?
Sure.
We have Marc as white and Axel as Stemark, and what we know is that they play around 4, and they play 4 for Mike and Marc, and for Axel it's around 6.5 or 6 or something like that.
Okay.
So we guess that Marc is the favorite here.
60%?
Yeah, maybe.
65?
Yeah, 65 is very much.
It's too much.
It's
Yes.
very much. But let's say 60-40. So
Well, anything can happen, of course.
hang on for a second. We don't have the board with us here. Hang on. Stop. Stop. Ja, ikke kamera på bordet.
So this is what people see on their screens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mangler lys i det. Okay.
Se her, der kan man lige. Jeg vil se, at det slår 4 af, så må jeg lige.
Okay.
Yes, Michel. While Daniel, he's trying to fix the camera out there. We can talk a little bit
Of
about
course.
this. I don't know if we have the camera on again, but Daniel will say if and when we have that. But you play a lot around here in Europe. You come around. I saw you play some B-map tournaments in UK. How's it gone with that one?
Oh, well, good. I played a couple of B-map matches in the UK. We have organized some B-map things in Belgium too.
Okay.
And we have a Belgian individual competition where people play in groups, and they play like 14, 13-point matches in the course of a year. And these matches, or this batch of matches, is also validated by B-map. So we can gain a lot of experience, or EP, in the B-map competition.
Is that how you are organize things in Belgium now, in the Belgian Federation, or how is that now?
I think Belgium is very well structured. I think we have one of the best functioning federations in Europe. So we have a Belgian individual competition, we have an annual team competition. So lots of initiatives focused on the recreational players, but also on the very ambitious players.
Good. So things are going up in Belgium.
I think so.
Yeah.
We don't have players, let's say, below 5.
No.
We have some players who are hovering on the 5 border. But
Yeah, I checked out the B map. You're one of those yourself. You play 4.x just below 5, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, we will say out there again. We have a guy named Alan Christensen. He's talking about we have a black screen, and that's true. It's because we have problems with the camera for the board in the moment. We're trying to getting that camera into there. So all in all, it's we're trying to put this match on.
That's okay.
So
I mean, we can talk about anything. I think BMAP in Belgium, we call it BMS, Belgian Master Series, and two people can say, let's play 10 9-point matches.
okay.
And they They play these 10 matches, record everything, so
Yeah.
everything has to be filmed, analyzed, and then the PRs are put in a table.
Ah,
And
nice.
we call it a grading table. So now we know exactly in Belgium the top 15 players according to strength.
Yes, yes.
So
And what do these 15 players, what do they in total play on average? Is that around 6 or 7 or 8?
on average it would be 6 or 7 or something.
Yeah.
We have like maybe 4 or 5 players who play below 6.
Yeah,
And then we have a group of players, probably 10, who play between 6 and 8.
yeah. But then we're looking forward to that you have a Belgium team in the European contest in the future.
We were in Helsingborg
Yeah.
last year.
Yes.
We almost made it to the last 4.
Yeah.
Just one match. I lost my last crucial match
Oh.
against Turkey, and I was upset for 72 hours.
Okay. I know the feeling. I once lost a Nordic final. It wasn't so funny to go home from there.
No, it's hard to digest sometimes a defeat.
Yeah, but that's how the game is. You can play the worst and win, and then you feel top of the world, and you can lose the best match you ever played and feel sorry for a week.
Yes, that's true.
So,
But it's one of my newest insights. I don't know, this may be controversial, that frustration comes from the will to win.
yeah,
And I wonder how much the desire to win in backgammon is productive or counterproductive. I try to play without wanting to win. Of course, if I win, I will enjoy the victory.
yeah,
But if I don't, I try to remain calm and even maybe indifferent almost. Because otherwise you get upset emotionally and psychologically too
Yeah.
much.
I think that
ready to play?
we can go back again and play,
Sure.
and they will show us what they started with. I know that
3-2.
they started with 3-2, and here comes a 6-3.
Normal.
And they play what? 4-1? No, double ones. Oh, Marc has a double one. He can hit under 21 point.
No, I
But
think he should make his 5.
yeah, but he also needs the structure here.
Right.
Good,
That's good.
good.
In
Yeah.
my opinion.
Let's see how it's go on. Oh, and Axel is making his 7 point. That looks good.
Good. The only way he can make an asset is by playing it that way.
And a hit from Marc. That looks obviously.
And here I'm always tempted to jump out with a 5, but it may be that 13-8 is better.
I would play 13-8 here because of that. There's a third checker on the 13 point on the midpoint, and I'd rather like to jump out when it's clear, or I would like to make the anchor here.
Right.
You actually leave one guy behind, and that's not so good for the other guy.
Okay.
So 4-2, yeah.
That's not easy. Probably,
No,
I think.
but he needs to hit also
Yes.
because he unstacked the heavy loaded 6 point.
Mhm.
And Marc is hitting. It's turned into a hitting contest, and
And we may be approaching cube territories.
Yes.
Not too far away from now. I mean, a dance would probably tempt Marc even.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
no, I think this is okay. The 5 here is actually a little bit. How should we play? We could go to 18 to 16 or down to
I
8
like
or
that.
tempo hit.
No.
I also think that I would like to
See,
to
there's
play
the cube.
There's the cube. Is this an easy take?
Well, I guess so, yes. White only has 2 points in his board. What is that, a pass? No, a take.
No,
2
no,
points in
it's-
his board, has an anchor, 2 checkers back. I would not doubt that this is...
You wouldn't doubt taking.
No, but it's
Then
one
we
of
could
my...
then we could discuss if Marc should doubling. I just have to say that Marc has a friend out there. He's transcribing. Klaus is transcribing, and he's a little bit unexperienced. So
That's okay.
so it could be that Marc is helping him through the way. So what happens on the table isn't always what's going on in the head. It could also be something physical next door or something like that.
Okay.
So, But Mark, he would like to have a 6 or ace or a deuce to attack with, but he rolls a 5-3. That gives him not much. He has to play 11-6 and 8-5. That's not the idea he wanted to play with.
No, and he gave away the cube. He was maybe hoping that the other guy was going to pass. It had a bit of a bluffy feel to me.
Yeah.
But some guys might drop it because so that's the bluffy aspect of the cube, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now I know that Stemark, he's a lawyer and he's not to be bluffed around with. I often play poker home games with him, and we have a lot of fun teasing each other all the time.
Great.
And plus that Axel Stemark actually has the advanced in this match. Those two guys met in the main in second round, and Stemark beats Marc Olsen. So he was sent into the fighters bracket, and then Stemark comes here in the fighters bracket and meet him again for going into the money. It's a money round, so this is the quarterfinal where they have to. This is just before the quarterfinal where the last 8 will have money.
Yeah.
So Mark is in a shape that's saying he has to beat Axel. If he does it, if he lose to him twice, then he will be the devil of the tournament for him.
I can imagine, yes. But personally, I wouldn't put too much weight on who I'm playing and if it's the second time or if I have lost or won against him previously. Every match is different, and whether this is Axel Stemark sitting there or another player who plays 6, it's two players of different strengths, and the dice don't know the individuals.
No, that's true, but I have often seen that the dice knows
Really?
Axel Stemark, so Axel is in a pretty good shape. So
But he has developed counterplay here, that's for sure.
yeah, plus he's playing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blots. That's a lot. If he makes the 5 point, he has to play with 7 blots. That sounds a little bit too heavy for me.
Yeah, voilà. This may be buttoning up.
Yeah.
Because he has cube possession.
And he will also take it easy. Mark rolls a 3-2.
Yeah.
Mark can't hit, but he can make the advanced anchor and play 1, 2, 3 or to 5. What do you prefer here?
I don't know. 6 to 3. Maybe I don't like stripping my 8 points.
I prefer going to 3, even though that I don't prefer to make anchors behind points behind the anchors. I would rather like to make points in front of the anchors.
Right.
So
question now is here: do you make your ace?
No. You go loud, Axel. You cover your midpoint again because you want to have your connectivity, and then the last one you can also play to 14. So that's fine. I like this play. But
It's a pity I can't really
no, you can't see it up in there, but you
there.
can see it over here if you want to. So, plus we, Daniel, we have a lot of live chat here also. What's going on the live chat?
We're just writing about the technical difficulties that we had. Not much yet, but hopefully later on the game we'll get some good questions from you guys watching out there from around the world, and we'll try to answer that with Michelle on our side.
Yeah.
So Michelle, how did it go for you? And you played the championship.
I played the championship against Tilman Sundhjön in the first round.
Yeah.
Brutal swing kept me from an 8-0 lead. An 8-0 lead would have been great, but I ended up losing. Then I won 9-0 against Michi.
Yeah.
Nice. So you killed Michi.
Very nice. And then the next round I lost again. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, he makes the ace now.
Do you like that or
I
what?
I like it. They've always said it's a liability. A blot on the ace is a liability, so why not make it? This is something that Stick Rice wrote an article about, I think, about making the ace pretty quickly once you have slotted it. So I have a tendency to almost immediately make my ace when it's slotted.
I don't like that. I only like that in blitz positions. Otherwise, it takes a lot of value away from the prime.
From the prime, that's true, but the blot on the ace takes away value from the prime too.
Yeah.
And in the long run, it's more of a liability. But what's going on here? It looks like Red is
there's
behind in the race, I'm sure.
Yeah, Axel is playing 3-6 and he doesn't know how to play the 3 here.
I see that.
So
Oh,
that's correct. Skin Talk is asking on the live chat, is the winner going to the money? Yeah, that's right. And the loser will be out of Nordic Open 2017. What are you playing other stuff this day then?
No, I'm not playing.
No.
Once I'm out, I'm sorry for the organization, but I don't like playing side events.
No.
I like watching games. I choose a match, a quarterfinal, a semi-final. I sit down and I watch it from the first roll to the last.
But we actually have a lot of things going on out there. We have team tournament today. We have the youngsters, the junior tournament. I know, Michel, you're not for that junior tournament anymore. That was many years ago.
No, barely. Yeah.
You're barely away from that.
Right.
And we actually also have a final of the ladies tournament. We have Emma Axling in the final. She's from Sweden. And Laila Leonhardt, who has played in Denmark for 25 years ago. So there are also two very experienced players going to play the ladies final. The girls told me just before this match that they didn't know when to play the final, but they promised me that it would be just before. It will be definitely before the prize giving money.
Okay, great.
So they are going to play it today or tomorrow.
Alrighty. Yeah, but there's a lot going on, and that's great. But unfortunately, I'm one of those guys who prefers to just watch, you know.
What do you think about having these new possibilities of playing Speed Monday instead of Last Chance? Have you heard about that?
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
Good, because I think it's a great idea. Then I can't meet you in the Last Chance anymore, because the last time I met you in Last Chance, I was no chance.
Really?
Can you remember that?
Of course, yes. It was my lucky day then.
I was just crushed and burned by Michel Lamotte. I didn't have a chance there.
Okay.
So
Happens.
yeah.
But I'm kind of interested in how this is going to develop, because this has become a very complex game, because Red's structure is so stretched out, so disconnected, you know.
Yeah.
And this can lead to all kinds of weird checker plays and difficult decisions. So I'm kind of fascinated to know how this is going to develop this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's concentrate a little bit about this. Axel has a very a bad position. What should he go for?
I think he should make the point.
If he should make any points, then I think he should go for the 5 points.
This cannot be. What's he doing?
He's thinking about running or hitting. He can hit. He can hit on the 14 point.
There's a white checker there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We have a big screen in here, but we can't see up in the right corner always. So therefore, we have a little difficulties of seeing what's going on the 14 point. But we have a lot of other screens in here, so we can see what's going on.
Wow,
But
he can make the 5
He
too.
made the 5 point.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was double hit. He had a double hit by 5-1 Marc Olsen. And
Look at
Axel
this.
is
Look at this.
fighting back. Yes, he makes the 24 points. Should he advance to 23 or to 22?
To 22, I would say, yes.
I would go to 22 also, yes.
4-3 back game with a guy in the back. But playing a back game is not ideal because of the made ace points, you know.
So now the ace point is a liability
now
for you.
it's a weakness, definitely. In this kind of positions, it's definitely a weakness. It's a pity we don't have the pip count.
No, but we can have them if you want to.
No,
we can
but
try.
it's okay. We can
try.
visually assess what's going on.
But what do you think about pip count in back games? Is that anything you are aware of, or how is that?
Of course.
And why is it of course? It's not everybody out there who knows why it's of course.
Well, because in back game you need timing. If you're bored, you will, because you are so far behind in the race, you depend on a shot and a hit to gain the advantage. And for a shot to be valuable, you need a good board. But if you don't have the timing and your board crunches, then you lose all your shot equity.
And by making the ace point already, Axel Stemark devalued that position a lot already, or those positions with a back game.
But it doesn't need to be fatal because it's not a dead checker. The checkers are not out of play. It's a point in the board, but he still has a playable game. It's now a holding game, but he has a 3-point board. You see, the ace point makes it a 3-point board. Any shot, and he can take maybe control of the outfield. I think this is not desperate for red. I would feel comfortable with a 2 cube.
Okay, yes. You are very happy of owning the 2 cube, I can hear. How much...
As an underdog now against Marc Olsen, because he has much more recube vig against this stronger player than he would have against a player of his own strength.
Yeah.
I mean, if there are suddenly some gammon chances for red, he can recube to 4 and put a lot of pressure on Marc. But
Marc
we're a long way away from that.
Marc had a difficult double 1 here. He wanted to go to 15, or he wanted to make 7 and play 1 flexible, or he actually played 2 to 5 and 2 to 16.
Here I would play 7-6. Yeah, great. An extra builder for a 4th point in the board. 6-3 can make the 10. Make the 2. What is this? 2-5?
5 something. 5 something. Yeah,
if it's a 2, I would make it's
an ace.
Great.
It's an ace.
It's good. Very good. I would feel comfortable as red because I'm not going to lose many gammons. I have a nice anchor. I have a guy in the back on the 24th point, which generates some holding equity. I think this is not too bad for red. He's behind in the race, of course, but a hit could turn things around.
But he's not that strong.
You see, and Marc is being confronted with plays like pay now or pay later. You know, he can play 14-5.
Yes.
Am I correct?
He can
16-5.
16-5, yeah.
But leave a direct 4. Maybe it's correct. Because this worsens his position.
I would definitely play 16-5 here. Because I want to go away now. Red can develop his position, and that we have only 2 checkers on the midpoint. If he hit with a 4, if Stemark is hitting with a 4, then he loses his midpoint
and connectivity.
That's true. Yeah,
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I would play the.
Marc actually goes the other way around.
Yeah, well, he's afraid of the 3-point board.
Maybe.
No, look.
Maybe.
This is not easy.
Oh, this looks like a bad roll for Stemark.
I'm tempted to feel happy with it, because he might be catching up in the race a bit. Question is, he will need. He can't keep everything. 1, 2, 3. It's ugly. Wow. The race, what is it?
The race here is that Stemark is trailing with 43 pips, and he has to jump out with the double 5. He thinks, but I think that this is the wrong idea. It's definitely not the right idea. No. He's still behind with 23%. I wouldn't go out from that 21 point. That's definitely not my play. I would think it would be a mistake. But so I go out with 2, and maybe I play down 2 to 8 or something like that, so that we can have that. But that's also a mistake I can see. This is something where you could go 26 to 21 to 6 and 7 to 2. So Stemark is leaving his checker down there on the ace point.
It's anti-thematic. He's behind in the race. He should stay back and maximize contact.
Yeah. We have already seen a complex game. Marc, he was winning the hitting contest. He put a lot of checkers of Stemark's behind, and Stemark is fighting for playing something that can put the pressure on Marc.
Yes, but by giving up his anchor, he opens up the possibility of getting gammoned. I think running away off the anchor with the double fives must have been a blunder.
We can see that it was jumping out and playing to that. It was 88 mistake, as we call it. So it's around a blunder. You're pretty good there, Lamotte. You're doing quite good on this analyzing.
This is a tough exam for me.
We love having you here. So if you have any questions for Michel out there, just ask. Do you know any of these guys that are talking in here?
Talking and chatting.
Skin Tag, Alan Christensen, we know. And we can also say that we are happy to have you out there watching us. We have
great roll for Axel.
4-3. It's a great roll, yeah. Oh, he hits. But
that's an illegal move.
Yeah, that's an illegal move.
You can't come in with the 4 and hit with the 4.
And they saw it. We could see up in the right corner. They saw it. They are discussing it. So, and Axel say, "I'm sorry."
And it's difficult. I think you need to re-anchor.
Yeah, and Axel, he goes for the hit. He goes for the hit.
Wow.
I know the guy. He'll go for the hit.
This is difficult subject matter, I think.
I like your anchor style. I'll go with you for the anchor style and the consultation, but I think Axel will hit here. No? Don't I know my man? Oh,
well, he has the midpoint and the 16 point, which are holding the Marc's midpoint. So 2 points holding 1, which represents a lot of holding equity, and it reduces the gammons. I mean, hitting was too volatile.
No,
now he can hit.
He can hit. Okay, I was afraid that he was leaving.
Wow.
Just
you see, and now, wow, look at that. And now, if he is not too far behind in the race, you could start thinking of, it was a re-roll. If he had danced, Marc, you were getting closer and closer to recubing.
But I still think that you need some more checkers down to the outfield for Axel Stemark, so he can make those points.
But look, what this is 5-2 is very nice. The race, what is this? This is 90-87. 91-28. I think red has about 128. Yeah, white is 55, 70. It's like maybe 15-20 pips in it.
Yeah, but still, Axel. I think Axel is behind, and if Axel is behind, he shouldn't go.
He should wait. But he's one roll away from a recoup. If he can point on Marc and Marc dances, then he can put a lot of pressure on Marc. Because it's still very gammonish with the 3 white checkers on the midpoint.
Yeah, but you can see here, it looks like that even though that Axel is a very experienced player, he has a much worse position than Marc. A 5-point board against a 3-point board, stack position. Yes. It doesn't look so good.
No, the structure is definitely bad. Marc explains it in his new book, Pure Strategy. He talks about structure, connectivity, and things like that. And we can see typical here that White's structure is bad.
Yeah, and now Axel is rolling a very good number. He rolled double 3s. Wow. But we got Marc's new book, and actually got signed. And Michel, I'm thinking you're doing so good a job, so I could just sit here reading it instead, and you can commentate it on it if you want to.
I read in it already in the weekend. I bought a couple of copies.
Okay.
But now the double 3, what to do? I think I would clear the mid. I'm not sure. Block 6s and make the 3 points.
I don't like that play.
You don't like it?
I don't like. Let's see how the race is here.
He's now 7 pips behind. Look, that's the play he's considering.
He's 22 here.
I think this is
good. You said clearing the mid.
Clear the mid
and make the 3 point.
Right.
Yes, I agree with you. He was He is still 10 behind.
10
Axel,
behind?
and now he's 18 behind. So he has to keep that one over there. And what's this? It's 5 something. It's double fives.
Wow!
Whoa.
Wow!
He is 2 ahead now.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
2 pips ahead.
Well, it's simple. If Mark doesn't escape, he'll get the cube.
Maybe. I think Mark will roll something now. Mark down by
roll.
2. Mark down by 2. He will roll something. Let's say he rolls a 7. Then he's 5 ahead. That's for sure an easy take. That's for
If he
sure.
rolls a 7, he's in a double shot then.
He's in a triple shot. Yeah, that's correct.
shot.
But I think it's a take. That will be a take. You understand where I'm going?
I do. Question is,
If,
will
if
Mark take it? A 4 cube, and there's gammon. See, the 2 checkers on the midpoint. If white gets closed out, he loses about 30% gammons, I would estimate.
if red, we're talking about the ones on the screen.
Yes.
If a red closing white out, oh, there's double 1, so we actually have a very good board here. I don't think that Axel would double this one.
Gammons are a bit have gone down.
5 something, I can't see it.
I can't see it either.
5 something.
5. I don't see it.
It's 5-1. It's
Okay.
5-1. And Axel is just lifting his 11 points.
That's good. Wait, maybe. Well,
3-1 for Mark. He could actually take a shot for the run. Mark is... They are in an even race when Mark is running here something.
Well,
I think that Mark should go all the way.
yeah. Well, if this is an even race, I would cube. I would.
You would cube here?
I would recube.
I would... I know that the fingers, the gunshot from Axel Stemark, he's...
Is trigger happy?
Little. He is a trigger happy boy.
Good.
I always have an 8 cube with him. I always have an 8 cube with him. So he could send this over.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Well, he may regret it.
Yeah. But what has happened here? He has had a lot of double 5s in this game. He actually came in from way behind. He was down by 43 pips, and now he's cubing,
Too
and
late.
Mark has to pass.
His market. I would have cubed 1 or 2 rolls before.
Oh no, please.
Am I just starting out with a simple game?
What?
It's because if we are talking, and if Pekita is not closing the door, they can hear what we're talking about. So this is like a train station. It was yesterday, and it's still a train station in here. They are running around, and then we can't talk because the players are just playing on the other side of the door. So we have to be a little bit careful when we are saying something.
Okay.
Um,
Well, they have to be careful to keep the door closed.
Yeah, they have. And even though I wrote no entrance on 2 doors, people think that this is a storage room. So therefore they just come in with all the things and put it
We
here.
need some discipline in here.
Yeah, they don't have. They have no respect for me. So 4-2 for Mark.
After
and
5-2.
after 5-2, it looks good. It looks good. But this is the style of Axel Stemark. He could be a tricky player. He rolls often very good. He has a reputation about this, and he also won the first match in the second round against Mark. So he afraids no one.
Okay.
He just shoots out there.
Okay.
And that's also why we see these positions where we think, okay, it's an awkward position, but he will manage to fix it up somehow.
Okay.
So
I also noticed that he used 8 minutes for the first game. So time management wise, I would already feel a little restless. Because after 2 games you should have like 16 minutes left. If you follow a strict paradigm or what for time management. Okay.
well, we have Mick in here. He's getting in for his board. Mick, do you want to commentate or do you have to play?
I have to play the Danish tournament. How they playing?
Yeah, they are playing. So I'm closing the door because people are thinking that they are running in here like a train station.
Yeah,
so
no, sorry about that.
yeah, so we send people out the other
Marc
way now.
hits with a 4. A crucial hit.
Oh, that's
Crucial
a
hit.
huge number.
Okay,
And if he fans,
If he fans,
then the
it's-
cube must go over.
Or it may be too good.
Do you think it's so good? It's an easy pass. Yeah, 10 checkers in the zone. He's got a 4-point board against a 2-point board. Actually, he could roll. What could happen for Marc here? What could be a bad sequence for him?
A bad sequence. I don't know, something like 4-3, which keeps the back checker on the 24 point, and then red enters.
But isn't it still a double then?
It might be that.
Because I
this
think
is correct
if you
direction.
run off the 18 with 4-3, then it could be a pass afterwards. But I think that Marc also knows a lot about experience from Stemark. So if Stemark is a tricky player, he don't want to bluff him, but he would, because Stemark is not a guy that's been bluffed.
Okay.
He's a guy. He takes, he shoots. He's no afraid of nobody. So therefore, I think that Marc would hope for him to take if it was.
Okay.
But yes,
Yeah. He's hoping that maybe he's in a position which might be too good, and which Axel would still take.
yes, because he wouldn't roll and give Axel a chance of taking a correct take next time.
Okay.
Well, Marc starts good here again. Double fives.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nice.
Oh, and Michel, you got greetings from Russia. Timo out there, he's loving your thoughts about the back game. So that's
wow.
good. That's good.
Ollie, thank you, Timur. I will.
That's good. It's great. We had spectators from Georgia, from Russia, from UK, from France, from Greece, all around Europe and all around the world. So it has been good. Yesterday they were watching from Japan when they saw Michi was playing.
Of course.
So, and we have 77 viewers in the moment right now, and we have 250 subscribers. So it's going very good, and we're very happy for having you watching you out there.
Okay. Well, I was excited when I was in Gibraltar during the tournament. I spent hours in my room watching the streaming instead of going to the playing room.
Daniel did a very good job in
yes.
Gibraltar. He did.
And great commentary by Marc.
Yes.
Okay, but what's going on?
A double 3. I didn't see how many threes he has used so far, because he would also like to use that. Are people sitting on the table out there? I'm getting pretty annoyed by these guys. Oh no, I have to go and check. I have to throw them away from that table. Please hang on for a second, Richard.
Okay. I see a commentary here by a certain David D. Ollie, thank you for the compliment, David. Yeah, my theoretical insights are of course limited. I read lots of books, but I play 5, so there's a big gap between a 5 PR player and a 3 PR player. So
Yeah, maybe they are, but you have good insight here, Michelle, and that's what we can use here. I actually love when people here in the commentating booth are saying something instead of playing 3 and say nothing.
Okay.
That's not so fun for the spectators out there. So don't be sorry for that. Michelle and I, we have still a lot to learn, even though we played for 20 years.
no, not me.
How much?
15.
15 years, but still.
Okay, let's have a look. I mean, hitting. This is again a hit or not?
I think it should hit because of the block of Stemark's
Yeah.
9 point.
This has now tempo value.
Yeah, but
Tempo.
I wouldn't go for playing a dead checker onto the ace point.
Look.
Marc is playing out there.
Yes. Wow. The 2. I think the 2 and play 9-3. Oh, he can hit. Wow, that's bold. That's too bold.
I tell you, He's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being afraid and playing careless or recklessly.
That's true. That's true.
I think this is the best play.
Okay, yes. I can't see what the race is, but he is...
Wow, he cannot cover. That's awkward.
That's really awkward.
That's really awkward. Oh my god. Is that a white checker up there? Oh, it is.
It's a white checker.
I think he will have to play 10-7 here.
Otherwise,
or 13-10. Yeah.
Otherwise, I would like to play 13-10, yeah.
Mm. Is that a hit?
No, it's a fan.
Oh.
It's a fan.
So
well, Marc actually has a chance of thinking about the cube here.
Yeah, he has 11 checkers in the zone, so he has blitzing potential. Still behind the broken 4 prime. Waiting seems like a good idea. Okay, now a dance and it will be a double.
It definitely
The
will
draw
be a
of the
double.
daily tournament is now
Yeah.
Now, cube, and can you take this? I would say no.
I would also say no. You have too many checkers in there. The race is definitely on the hand of Marc. He has to let this go, and they are even scored 2-2. That would be my play.
I agree.
But as you said before, the players here has used a lot of time. In a 7-point match, you have 14 minutes left. They have less than 10 minutes. Is that your style to use all these minutes?
I'm kind of like the wrong person to he drops, which is wise. I'm the wrong person to ask because I have had the reputation of always being in time trouble. And there was a German player a while ago who said it's a character weakness. and I have tried to adjust my game, and I now play faster in the beginning and save my time for important decisions towards the end of the match. And it kind of gives me a bit of a powerful feeling when I'm getting towards the middle of the match or the end of the match and I have more time than my opponent, or I have sufficient time to think about things. I've made too many blunders under time pressure.
Yeah.
It's horrible. If you play a good match and then you're under time pressure and you mess up.
But we see a lot of good players. They are using all their time in the beginning.
Also, yeah.
Mochi, Thomas Christensen, Michi, Thomas Muir.
Yeah,
a lot of players are doing that. They know what it is, but it puts also a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah.
You don't have the chance. But what they are saying is that let's say it could be a DMP later, or it could be a short match. They rather like to also use all their time in the short match. So that's why they do it.
Okay.
We got a double 6 from Axel, and we got a 3-3 from Marc, and now we have a hit on the 3-point, and Marc is entering. This is a very good entering number. Marc, he can make an anchor, and he can
This is also not easy here.
Split.
This is not easy. Can you leave that blot on the 7?
No, I think I would rather go another way.
Wow.
I would make the 7 now.
That duplicates aces. That's good. I like it.
This could be good. Moving the 8-point. This could be good.
I like it.
And he keeps his checkers where they belong. They are in the zone right now, and he wants to have an ace next time. Of course, he can roll a 5-3 or a 6-2 Stemark because he's given the shot now. He can roll the 9.
That's okay because red has a block.
6-5. That makes the high anchor. That's fine. So if white is not rolling an ace now, then Axel is actually in a good shape, and he maybe roll a 8, a deuce, or an ace. That's a deuce. So he will make the 5-point.
He will do.
He will make the 5-point.
And you have to lift the blot.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. This looks good, but actually, Axel has no timing left.
Right.
He has unflexible outer points, so he has to give a shot now. If he rolls a 6.
Yeah, that's a pay now or pay later thing. Where? That's difficult. I struggle with those things. I have no idea what to do. Depends on the race. I think he should count the race. If he's ahead, he can consider clearing the 18 points. If he's behind, he can play 13-5. I have a hard time assessing these things. See, it's a mutual holding game, which have a reputation for being like boring and uneventful. But these running off the anchor checker plays are tricky.
You are 17 ahead.
Then I think this is the right play. If he survives, he gets into uncomfortable.
He survived this one. He survived this one. So let's see what's going on here.
I think, yeah, okay, 4-3. Cannot safety it. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
But
I have to play 6 exactly.
You're right again, Lamotte. It's correct to run off the 18 points.
Look, but that's a hit by Marc. Whether that's a 1 out of
that's a huge
6.
number for Marc. That's a huge number for
He needs to enter or he's in trouble. He does.
And he's still in trouble.
And the 4, yeah, but he's in trouble.
He's in very much
That's
trouble.
like a broken.
Would you take? Would you take this one? I'll do the same as I'll do the same as Marc and Axel here. I will double fast and I will pass fast. I will even not use my 12 seconds in this
I'm
one.
not sure.
It was a big pass. I
think. It a big pass? Good,
I think it's a big pass.
It's one of my biggest weaknesses. I take too much.
Okay. Yeah. But the curiosity we have in there, we want to see what's going on. It's more fun to take. What I used to say, if you don't...
That's an adventurous play by Red, splitting is best.
Yeah.
And he plays 2 down. It shows that he wants to play bold, that he's not afraid to... He's not afraid to play aggressively. I kind of like Axel's style.
Oh, and Marc.
Both players are aggressive.
Marc is going.
I mean, this is an easy take.
Yeah, but he's.
But look, that's a big market loser now.
Wow.
So he's happy he gave the cube.
Marc is grabbing for the money now. He's grabbing for the money.
It's not over yet.
He's not over yet, but he's going to say, "I want to go to these quarterfinals."
Of course, that should be his mindset. If he isn't in that mindset, I would be surprised. 6-1, I make the bar, have an asset. It's not hopeless. It's not hopeless for Red. He's in trouble, but he's not going to be blitzed off the board for the moment. And he may develop counterplay. I mean, a double 6 can always turn things around. A hit here could turn things around. What is this? It's a 6, but 6-1.
6-1 it is, yeah. It looks like fine.
Jumping out
advance the anchor, but we see it again. Axel has unflexible positions.
Look, he survives.
It's still a good roll for Marc. It's a non-hitting number, but it's a huge number.
Wow, look at this one for a good roll. I think, with
isn't
2
it
or with
he's
1,
he's
behind
too
in the race.
Too much behind.
Okay, but
he's too much behind.
Can you stay on that? It reduces the gammon rate significantly by jumping out, and he still has a bit of equity by... This is hard. I would spend minutes on this.
Yeah, if you go around, you have 6 more for Marc, but then you have...
I think you lose too many gammons if you stay back. This is fine. I like this. Okay, you reduce your winning chances, maybe. Oh, I'm not sure if you reduce your winning chances.
I definitely don't
now
like it, and I don't like it after 5-3.
Okay.
I don't like it after 5-3.
Unfortunately, we don't have XG helping us out.
Oh, we can try. We can try.
But that's okay. It looks like Marc is going to wrap up this game, barring unforeseen accidents.
Well, I can tell you so much, Michel, that playing the 5-5, I don't want to go out. I think I'll make some inner points instead.
Really?
Thank you very much, Daniel. Daniel is bringing water here.
Good.
Thank you very much.
No problem. He's talking so much, so you probably need something to clear your throat.
That's true. But still.
At the 5-5, any news?
I'm just looking for it. I'm trying to find a way of getting out of this because it seems that I'm wrong all the time and that you are right all the time. No. Yes.
What?
No.
2 out. Yeah. Okay.
2 out and then run around with one. Run around with one. Not making the 3-point, but the 3-point is second best and cost next to nothing. So the two guys here, Michel Lamotte and Axel, is much better in the double fives than I was.
5-3. Make the 4. Play 11-8.
Yeah, that's my play too.
Oh, there's another checker there.
We
okay.
have this corner problem, Daniel.
Yeah. But
We can't move that.
Yeah, this black banner
No,
there. In
we
the
can't.
Oh,
We
no
can't
problem.
move it. We can't
Okay.
move it. The
Safety
TV
zone,
screen that we are watching is having something in the corner that we can't always see with.
You can watch it here.
Yeah, that's true.
So like in this position here, personally, I would already be thinking, okay, I'm going to lose this game. I will be 7 away, 4 away. And I will already be thinking about what does this mean for my strategy in the next game. Of course, you can hope for a double 5 or a double 6, but game looks lost. So 7 away, 4 away is an interesting score. In that, the 7 away player has a high take point. Look, he leaves a shot. Wow, that's an amazing anti-joker. I mean, if he can roll an ace, it would be huge. What is it?
4-2.
4-2.
Oh.
No. Sorry for Axel, but good for Marc.
Yeah. Well, we are here looking at this impartially. I have no preference for any of the two players to win.
No, but the Danes probably have a lot of preference on the one or the other way. That's how it is. But still, we will have one Dane at least in the in the last 8.
Okay.
So, well, Daniel, they are thinking it's a train station here, so therefore I closed the door. Maybe they should go the other way around. They don't understand it.
So as a 7 away player, when the opponent is 4 away in non-gammonish positions, you cannot take deeper. Some people think, well, I'm behind in the score, I can take more aggressively. It's
Gotta
just,
close the door, please, and don't go this way anymore. Okay?
it's just the opposite at the 4 away score.
Yeah.
When the opponent is 4 away. Also, his gammons would take him to match.
Yeah, we are using this door now. I'm pretty tired of that because Carter, don't go out the back way here. Go out this way.
Fine. I will use that door.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, good, baby. Do we have any bets today? No, not that way, Carter. Don't you understand it?
Locking it up. Don't you want it locked up?
I want
You
to.
want people to keep going through it.
Please, thank you.
You're welcome. He's so awesome.
Oh, Carter.
I hate angry Danes.
Yes, King Carter is leaving the room. Thank you very much. Oh, that's Carter. That Carter boy. He has been harassing me the last few days.
Okay, a double 6 would be great. It doesn't happen.
I think it's just over. This is over.
Well, it's never over.
Marc will just
It's not
have the
over.
2 points.
It's not
Marc
over.
will just. He has one. No, he didn't even have one chance. He didn't have one of that. But 5-2 for Marc, and he is. He's trying to.
He's 4 away, 7 away.
Oh, they are having a break out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can live with that.
Okay, they are not having a break out there. Well, still.
They are. Or they
Shouldn't
are
we lock up the door?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and move the board 2 centimeters. Yeah. Thank you very much, Tommy from Denmark, that we should move the board. We actually
Yeah,
have.
that's true.
Yeah, we can move it 2 centimeters.
Penalty points
So,
in the day
and we actually got a lot of people out there. We are exactly on 100 viewers in the moment, and this is great. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Volker from Germany. We have a lot of Gas from England.
Let's
watching
look at
that.
the match.
Yeah. No, you love the match.
I love the match. I mean, all this peripheral talk. He's slotted with a 4-1, which is brave. I probably don't think. I think it's not correct to slot with a 4-1 when your opponent is 4 away, because his gammons are worth something as well. But he is complicating the game. Look, this is already a multiple checker back scenario.
But isn't this what we have seen all match? We have seen complex game. We have seen hitting. We have seen a lot of
Look,
different.
he dances.
Oh,
If he If he had rolled this one the previous game, it would have been big.
And as you talked about, four away, 7 away, gambling, a good gambling position for Marc. It's a score where he goes directly into the end of the match. That's a good position for him.
Yes, I think he's right to think about this.
Yeah,
But I would say it's a bit too early.
It's too easy to take. Yeah, but what can happen here? He can have the
Fours
double
are-
fours
fours are
are
duplicated.
yes.
But hitting the second one is great. And now
Bringing
with red,
bringing a guy down.
Wow,
Oh,
great
this
reply.
is a huge number.
Great reply.
He has to hit on the 21 point.
And make the anchor, I would
And
say.
I think Marc here also. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Nice. This is all thanks to this bold opening move by Axel, who slotted with a 4-1, and it has created complex play.
And he has done that all match.
Yes.
So, we got Freddie Noah in here. Freddie, could you just tell us? Have you seen something out there? Who is winning? Can we say anything about who is fighting otherwhere in the fighters bracket?
No, I haven't seen anything.
You haven't seen anything.
Finished my mixed match.
Oh, and how did that go?
We lost.
You lost. So Freddie is out of everything. Well, I have to ask you, Michel.
Yes.
We have 4 winners from the main bracket. It's Henrik Bang from Denmark. It's Elias Kritikos from Norway.
Okay.
It's Petko Kostinov from the US, the Bulgarian guy there,
Yeah.
and it's Rune Faro from Norway.
Great.
And then we have a lot of fighters there, and one of the fighters here, Marc or Axel, would go to this quarterfinal and have a chance of winning there. But do you have anybody that you think that could be a favorite if it is? We still have a lot of fighters in the fighters bracket. We actually have Dagfinn from Norway. He's been ranked number 1 for many years. So the Norwegian, they could also with Bjørn Inge. Peter is a Danish guy. Bjørn Inge and Sondre, they are Norwegian. So we could actually have 4 Norwegian people in the quarterfinals. They are having the invention in Denmark right now. Do you think we could have a Norwegian winner this year? Or do you prefer other ones?
Anything can happen, but I think that Petko is probably, together with Dagfinn, the strongest player in this field.
Yeah, Dagfinn, he's having a half chance, just like Marc and Stemark here, and he was the winner of Nordic Open 2015. I don't know how it went on. I know how it went on with the match. Trabia against Taki. Taki won, and Wilkinson are playing there. So the winner of Wilkinson and Taki are playing against the Norwegian winner, and that's the one of the 8th that could be in there. And then we have Noda, he's playing the winner against your opponent Tillman and his opponent at that time.
Yeah.
So Tillman could actually be your killer, but he can be in the last 8 if
I think
he's
he
winning
deserves
two matches.
I think he has struck me as somebody who's very focused, who has come here with only one purpose, and that's to win. A lot of people come here and they combine the socializing, the fun with the game, but it looks like he has only one thing on his mind. So I think he must have won then from Thomas Casimir in the previous round.
He could.
But it's great. It's a great matchup, and this Greek guy has a great style of playing.
Elias Kritikos, he's a
Yeah,
Greek, but he's living in Norway. I
Ah.
think he's from Bergen, as far as I remember.
Oh, okay.
But Bjørnar from Bjørnar Bugge from Norway, he's saying that Sondre is a great player from Norway. So we could have a Norwegian winner again. But back to the game, Axel, he got into a game again. 8 checkers behind and a horrible position. He's not making the points. He's getting a lot of hitting contests. Do you like this style, or how is this?
Do I like it?
Is that
If
something?
it's not
is
correct, I don't like it.
Is it something that you play sometimes?
Seldom.
Seldom.
I mostly try to find the right play. Look, we have a cube, and Oh,
It looked like
it looks like a pass.
Yeah.
It's too.
Freddie Noah says it's a pass, then it's a pass.
It
Always
could be
listen to
tempting.
Freddie.
It could be tempting to take, but with 8 checkers back,
There's no checkers to build.
you
the
have
board
no
home.
counterplay, no point. But this is tempting. I mean, Axel may be Well, no,
Yeah, but
no.
he needs 4 points, and the gammon goes.
I know
and
it's
the
match.
is over. So
But isn't Mark's wide position, isn't that also very stacked? It looked like that Mark has to. I don't think Mark has a flexible position.
No.
He has 1 on the bar. He has 5 on the 6 point. He has a blot on the deuce point. He has some points here. A lot could happen still, Freddie.
I like the one on the bar because you can hit the one on his 5 point, and then he has no points at home, and he has only 1 point.
So
There might be a lot of play left. I mean, if
if
Red
he's-
gets hit
if
and he
he's
can
hit.
find an ace, he has this 4-1 back game.
I think the best Red can hope for is a holding game, and it's a terrible holding game. He's too far behind.
okay. And he's passing.
Good,
Clever,
good.
clever play. Clever
Yes,
play.
I like it.
I feel like I'm in a sandwich here. Those 2 guys know a lot more about this gammon play than I do. So
No.
it's
But now it's 7 away, 3 away. This is a different story.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we know that White Mark should be way more careful with the cube, and he should aim at a kind of a holding racing game where he can efficiently cube.
and Stemark is where he wants to be. He can fire away all that he wants.
Now he can do that. Yes, with gusto. But let's see if he doesn't.
He will fire. He will
Like
fire.
he can run. He
Watch.
can run, but that's not what he wants.
Watch and learn. He will.
He runs.
Oh, Stemark.
Stronger board.
7 and hit.
Hit was better.
Many will hit on the 3 point.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Okay, you play 13-8 here, right? Bring an extra checker in the zone. That's way too careless. See, I mean, it sounds to me that you have like an admiration for Axel Stemark's play because he is so bold and adventurous. To me, it more feels like weak.
Let me say that I will never play that style. I play more like having a high anger and going from there. But I think that people are daring to do this. They are daring to play backgammon.
Yeah.
They are not afraid of playing backgammon. Okay. But as you say, they could be too careful. Not careful and
right.
Not careful enough.
Okay.
Careless. Yes,
Make
that's
the
correct.
9, good. Reckless, they call it.
Yeah, you
reckless.
can also say
too
reckless.
much risk.
Yeah. But this is the first position where we see some kind of a normal position from Axel.
Oh. Well, 3-2. Do you, Freddie? What do you play? 13-11. Do you hit?
Yeah, maybe I like the hit because
It's some
breaking
kind.
the 13 point is maybe too early.
Okay.
If you had your bar point, you could do it.
But
You haven't got your bar
could
point.
Axel then double? He is in a position where he should fire
No.
easy and fast.
No.
It's way too easy to take because the 22 point is.
There's no gammons in it.
If he hit the ace,
There's no
He can
gammons.
still take. White can
Oh,
still take. So
maximum.
there's
Even if
no-
he hits
no
the ace,
reason.
it's like 8% gammons or something. There's no gammons.
Double one is a good roll, but
Yeah. Okay. Ah, yes.
it's
Yeah.
not-
Sure. And he does hit and brings a checker closer. Good. Yeah. That's an awkward 6, I think.
and here comes the double. I think he should shoot now.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think about these, Michel?
I think this is still a take.
You think it's a still take? What does Freddie
yeah,
think?
I agree.
You have the anchor. You're not hit yet.
He needs his 5 point.
So Stemark still needs that.
Yeah.
But would Mark pass this because he could say, well,
He
I
passes.
want to.
Wow, I
well,
would
I
never
can say
pass this.
I clear this down against a more heavy shooting player.
Maybe.
So therefore, I don't want
I'm
to
interested
to have
know
this.
what it is.
Yes, we're on the way. We're on the way.
Maybe he
Take.
hopes for
Close.
a game
It's a
Like the
very,
one before.
very close take.
Very
It's an
close.
easy money take.
Then-
Easy money take. But it only costs 23 to pass it.
Then it's a strong pass.
Marc is losing 20% and 20% gammon, and they are having a 1/3 and a 2/3 winning of the game. So Marc only winning 1/3 of the game and being gammon 20% of the time. Plus that we have seen he's probably playing better than Axel. So you would say this was correct to pass it.
Of course. I wish I could pass these things. But he probably, Marc is applying his own theories from his book. He looks at his structure and he sees something about the structure which he doesn't like. Three
He
check-
has seen how Axel plays the game.
Also.
With all this hitting
Sure.
contest, and Marc likes to be the one.
A bit more in control. Now the score is 6 away, 3 away. Again, Marc has to be careful with the cube. He can only cube, I think, in holding games or racing games, but not when there are gammons on both sides.
Hey!
So it's, what is this, a 6-4 for white. I would
Should
run, right?
Run with the back check.
Yeah, if you survive, you have an advantage. I like commentating much more than playing myself.
Maybe we should invite you in the staff for the next time. Well, what about the time management? You have been a little for the time management. I think they are in good shape for the time management. And Freddie here, he also have this discussion about the time management.
Well, I'm not so sure.
It looks like they are.
They're okay.
They are okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They play this Danish team tournament 17-point matches every Thursday, so this also gives them a good experience about it. So
You see, now this is a position for white, which is getting closer to what may be a good cube. Freddie, do you agree?
Yeah.
It's a bit too early, maybe,
It's a
because
bit too early. I think he needs only 2 checkers on his 13 point. Then
yeah, he doesn't. The market does he have market losers? Maybe, I don't know
he
what.
has some doubles, but
Some doubles. It's too
I
tough.
definitely don't like doubling
don't
here.
like that.
Yeah, no.
I don't like
The
it.
volatility is too low.
Yeah, we don't have to give Axel any chance. Axel is a shooter here. He doesn't need to have a chance to shoot it back.
Well, if he come in, he dances,
Oh.
and now, what is he doing? It's hard because he still has gammons. He has gammon potential. White can win a gammon, which are valuable with the cube in the middle, I would say, because it brings him to Crawford. But you can also cube efficiently. I think white needs at least 70%, 74% winning chances here, and yeah, voila, there you
Mark
go.
cubes.
I would take it, Freddie.
yeah.
I would take it.
If you guys easy would take it, should Mark then double it?
I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I still don't want to double
Because
this.
there is great recube vig. Mark's take point for a recube is around 30%.
Yeah.
With worthless gammons,
Yes, I still don't
He
think I
passes
would
it. Well,
take.
I mean-
I still don't would take it because I was
No?
afraid that Axel would do this. So I wouldn't double
what
this.
is this? It's a big take.
It's a big take.
It's a
It
huge
costs-
take.
It's a huge
Of
take.
course. But this is so bad. This is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
you are 6 away, 3 away. You get a 2
And
cube. You can
that's-
ship it
that-
back whenever you have a direct
that's
shot.
that's my idea. I wouldn't double because that I wouldn't let a
But
tricky
he
player.
passes.
That's true, but I didn't know that about Axel. I actually thought he would take this one.
I mean, that's why he plays. What is it? 6.
Yeah, but still, give the credit to the guy. He's
Credit, yes.
he's just in the money round. So give the credit to the guy.
But for me, that means he has no idea about score implications. He's 3 away, 6 away. 6 away, 3 away. You take a 2 cube, you can ship it back
Yes,
whenever you get a direct shot. And he had such a strong board in the front.
but what we have seen so far here is that Axel has been very, very aggressive in the beginning of the match, and now he's behind. Now he's actually very passive.
Yeah, but this is... I mean, if you drop cubes like this against a better player in such a state of a tournament, I'm glad you're out. I mean, I prefer the better player to win.
Yeah, now suddenly you have somebody to prefer. 10 minutes ago you didn't prefer anybody.
I was going to say, but you started talking about something else. I was going to say I always prefer the better player to win.
Yeah.
Because it gives people a sense of justice, you know.
It seems like Axel doesn't like to have a position where he's under great pressure. So that's not good
It's
for his
for his what?
for his winning chance.
For his winning chance, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you need to take an uncomfortable take
Of course.
because otherwise you give too much away.
Especially with so much recube vig.
Yeah.
But in this position here now, Marc is actually in a good shape. He has control over this game now. He has total control. He's 2 away, 6 away. He can just win a gammon if he's lucky. I know there's not very much gammon from the 4 point, but still, he has a chance of just winning it without any cubes.
His best chance here is to win with the cube. His best chance here is to, because the take point for Axel is 23% or something. 6 away, 2 away. So Marc can get into a position here where he can efficiently cube.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's a racing game. If he can escape,
Yes,
he can get a cube.
But there's also the story about the 2 away, a lot away. Then you have to be careful about the cube, especially in contact position.
Contact positions, yes.
Especially in contact.
But if you can
In
escape,
race, you might make him take a pass.
Yeah, you could
yes,
do.
of course.
You could do that.
Okay,
could
now,
do that.
all right. Marc doesn't want to dance. He doesn't.
He enters with a 3-2. It looks fine.
Okay.
It loses some flexibility, but he can't give a shot, so that's fine.
Wow. That's
And what's Axel doing here? Now this could turn into a gammon position because Axel should probably bring 2 down from the midpoint. He can't
one
take
down
out.
from him, it's one down. You
Maybe.
don't want to.
Yeah, he could bring it down to 7. That's true. I would play down to 9, and then I would think about the deuce. And
Some people. No. Okay.
if Marc is missing this, then Axel would rather like to have points on 11. But he's maybe killing some checkers here, and you only have 15 checkers. 12 of them have to make the board. You can't kill checkers.
No, you can't. You can't. This is fine. I mean, Marc only has 20 shots.
Yeah,
1s and 4s. If he misses, you have a big upside.
once. But what
And it's
about
an
the
awkward
deuce?
deuce.
What about the deuce? I go to 11.
Well, no, this is better because if you survive, you have a much bigger gain.
So he duplicates 3s. That also looks very good.
Freddy,
Yeah.
what do we do here? 7-2 or 13-8? I mean,
Let me guess. Freddy is a guy, he wants to keep the checkers in play. So he ends up with playing 13-8.
I think I would play
That's,
that too.
that I think.
That's a,
Freddy Noah is not afraid of playing any back game, so he could easily play 13-8 here.
I had to count the race to see if I
Mhm.
still had a chance without giving any chance.
Well, they are cheering for you out there, Michel.
Oh. Yeah, I can see it. Great to hear commentary with emotions. The game is emotional. It's not that I have a preference for one of these players, where, like I said, a little bit for the better player, but the game is excitement in itself. Excitement developments. You see, oh no, 5-4 would have been nice. 3-2 would have been great.
5-3.
This is great, it does.
5-3, he can make a blocking point.
I didn't see the checker on the 15 point.
Either he can make a blocking point on
Great
the
blocking point.
8th, on the 10th.
Perfect.
And this on the 10th, it looks fine.
Brrr. There goes the prime, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also good. You have extra spare checkers on the 7 and the 5. So that's a good one.
Well, that's breaking from the middle. That's nifty. I would like automatically break from the back.
The
But
9 point, yeah.
I'll also rather lift the 8 point. Or the 9 point, I think.
This can develop into something interesting. Oh, should he run to the mid? No. Stupid,
No.
stupid.
Bring it
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
I rather like to play to 11 and to 6, I think. I don't like the checker on 5 in this position.
There are fewer hits on the 12 point.
Yeah, that's also right. That's also right. So 6-4 for Mark. It looks fine.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But he has to clear his 8 point with a 6 next time. And this could give him problems. 6-4. It's easy. 5 and 3. Yes, come on, play on, Mark.
Wow,
Double sixes.
That looks like a game winner. I think
This is easy. Slot and make the point.
count the race, I would say. What is it? 51, 66, 88, 90, 96 or something for red.
85 for red, and you said for what?
I didn't see. I couldn't count.
85. You have 38, 42, 80,
95.
103 against 85. So, but still, I think I'll just take because,
Yeah, but Mark's take point is a bit high. It's 23%
yeah,
at 6 away, 2 away. So
but I liked
you,
the take. That was fine.
I
It was a
did
good roll from Axel. He could clear some points with the 3-3, and that just made it better for him. And he's actually on the way to a very, very impressive score. It's a tricky score, 4 away, 2 away. This could go for Axel. He likes these.
okay, great roll.
He likes these aggressive position, gammonist position. So he's on the way to try to get a score that could do that. 5-5, and he is not getting the gammon. He's not getting the gammon. So 4 away, 2 away. I think that we will see some aggressive play from Axel.
If he doesn't roll a 6-2,
oh,
I mean, you are underestimating the vagaries of the game. You know?
yeah, but I'm still like Carter. Carter is always looking for the opposite to happen. So
Well, look, this would be horrible. It
It
would
would-
horrible for Axel. I mean, this is horrible for Axel. You have to be honest. The guy played with guts. Maybe not always correct, but then it's just brutal to roll a 6-2 like this, but you have to take it in stride. If Mark rolls a 2, I mean, good for him, but it would be brutal for Axel. I don't wish it on him.
it's
He
a
misses.
4 what?
4-3, I think.
A 4-3.
And he stays because he can still get a shot.
It's still, Axel has still
And
six high numbers that can give a shot more, and 3-1 will release that, and a 6
he has
and
to
Mark
run,
has
so,
to leave.
yeah. Great score.
We have the 4 away, 2 away score.
Good.
So what do you think about that score, Michel?
What do I think about it?
Yes,
Well, it's great for Axel. I mean, we all know that his
but
guns
I
are
think how you should handle that score later.
Mark should be very careful if there's any gammons. He
Yeah.
Of
might
course.
drop
the gammon value for Axel is a full point. So he can add his percentage of gammons to his winning chances, and if that's like 80, then Mark should drop. So the moment he has like 10% gammons or 15% gammons and he's the favorite, he can easily double. It's very easy for the 4-away player to cube.
Yeah.
Once you make
Yeah.
your 5 point or your 4 point or something, you can just cube and it will probably be okay.
Yeah, and as Freddy said, Mark has to be careful, and Axel, he could actually be aggressive. So they just took a break,
Good.
and I think we should take a small break, and then we should come back, and we would love to have you here to see the end of the match, and we hope that Mark and Axel are coming in here for a interview afterwards.
That's great.
So let's have a short break.
Thank you, great. Having the time of my life.
Yeah, that's great.
So we're back at the game.
Yeah, Walter, sorry, Lamotte, do you want a glass of water?
Yes, please.
You want a glass of water, yes?
Well, yeah. I think we should focus on this game because this is really big.
Yeah.
I don't think we should talk now about my travels and my
But that's why we also want to have those stories in there.
yeah, but
So-
not. I wouldn't say now.
Well, we have an exciting game here. Full way, 2 away. We have an aggressive player in Axel Stemark and Marc Olsen, a very good player and a writer of books. So we have to see who is going to win this match and going to the quarterfinal. The winner will be in the money. The loser is out of Nordic 2017. And we have less than 5 minutes on the clock for Stemark and around 5 minutes for Marc. We have an exciting ending on this game.
We do. Let's see how it plays out.
And we still have
This
problem
is-
with the camera.
Yeah.
You do.
I would say this is the time when you have to really play your best. Think about every checker play and maximize your equity, make optimal decisions. You cannot afford to give away 30 millipoints, 40 millipoints here or there.
Let's just have a short break, Michel, because I don't want to give any stories to them out there. They can hear while we're having problem with the camera.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
what can we hear a little bit about the? Should we replay this beginning or what?
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds, Peter.
No, we don't replay it because we have a transcriber out there, so it doesn't matter. So Daniel, he is technical.
I mean, has he cubed already? Is this have they played a couple of moves already and the cube has already been given? Have we missed that?
I just check it.
We'll replay the match, Peter.
We'll replay it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skal vi lige genskabe partiet, Kette?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Well.
So it looks so that like
Yeah, we are replaying the game because actually there was a cube, but we now they are doing some bar stuff. They have won on the 23 point. That is not good, Daniel. There it comes. Good.
so red opened with a 5-3.
5-3 and a
reply
6.
6-3.
Yes.
4-2.
So red made a point.
And he hits with a 4. No, he
He
cubes.
cubes right
and
away.
takes
It's fine. It
and-
can't be too bad.
Yeah. What do you think about those cubes with 4 away, 2 away, making a point and having split? Is that a double or what is it?
It might be. It's not going to be a big mistake.
I think it's a double, but
And
it's
that's
an
an
easy
anchor,
take. And Marc, he's making his 4 point. We're entering from the bar. 5-1.
So Marc is happy with the anchor, of course.
Yeah.
That reduces the
I
gammons.
didn't like that ace with the 5-1. The ace, it should go to 22. So he should just have played 5 down. Okay.
So aces.
And he is... Okay, and they are already on the clock. Marc is thinking about the double aces. He made the 5 point and he made the 20 point. So,
4-1. I think I go to the bar point here.
yeah, go to 18.
Yep.
Because that's the only possibility you have.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
You could...
I don't like this.
Why don't you like this?
The 2 point and the 8 point are not. Are
They're not
good
in talk with
together,
each other?
Not in talk with each other.
No.
If you go to the 18 point, you put some pressure on that blot there on the 10.
Yeah, I don't like making the 2 point because there's no reason that we should have a checker down there. We could try to go for the advanced 18 point instead of that, and that's why I wanted to play 23 to 18.
But this is a shot lever.
Yeah, it is.
It is a shot lever, a double shot. Well,
So registration is open for
okay.
I like Mark being aggressive here. It's a 1 with a 4
4-1.
in
That's
there.
that's a hit.
It's a 3-1. We just okay. Thank you, Mark.
roll the dice.
Yeah. He just.
Martin can't afford to dance. He doesn't.
Oh, he hits.
And now is that a double hit or jump out? Probably jumping out. Yeah, better.
We have 250 subscribers and 120 viewers out there, and they keep coming. And all the results you can see at drawbus.com. 4 o'clock today, Sunday here, 4 o'clock. There will be a draw among the last 8 in all the flights, so we can have the quarterfinal. And Marc and Stemark are playing for this quarterfinal. And who do you think that will win it now?
I can't say.
You can't say. You don't dare to say?
No, I can't. Now, of course, Marc is favorite. He's happy. He's not going to lose a gammon, or it doesn't look like he's going to lose a gammon. He's favorite. He doesn't need the gammon himself. His gammon value is 0, so he just needs to focus on his winning chances. He can jump out and make the 15 points, leaving his anchor.
No. Sorry, I think this is
it's 5-1
red.
for red.
Red. It's Axel who is playing this. So,
Yeah.
leaving the anchor. Well, he can't go any gammon, so he can actually risk a lot.
Sure.
But but jumping out could be an issue. It's not the approach I want to go with.
Well, he can play. He doesn't need to care about gammons against, so he can afford to give up his anchor. He should play the checker play which gives him the most winning chances, and this might well be it. I like this play, to be honest. I like it.
Okay.
It may be wrong, but I like it.
Now
Oh, that's a huge roll.
it's
Huge.
yeah.
I think he will make the 5 prime. Yeah, it's
that looks
strong,
good.
Strong.
Marc is in a control here.
But he has rehits. Oh, that's a bad one.
That's a really
That's
bad
a really
one.
bad one.
That's a real bad one. Marc is in total control now.
Yes, he's in total control. It looks comfortable for Marc now. But strange things can always happen.
It
Remaking
can.
the mid, remakes the mid.
We have seen jokers before, and for the last few years, the biggest one we probably saw was in the Nordic final 2015, where Darkfin, he won 2 rolls with a 6-6 and a 3-3. That was tremendous to roll it back. So Axel Stemark could also do that, but now he opens up for that Marc could just crush him.
Could crush him, but
He could crush him.
look, he's pointing on the 4 now, I would
Yeah.
say. Unless he runs, but pointing on the 4 is too strong. It's very strong.
I will point on the 4.
Yeah,
Even though it
sure.
gives 1-6, 2-6 and 3-6 away,
It's not a crucial.
it was a 6-4. So what can Marc do now? 6-1. He can double hit.
Uh-huh.
Do you like the double hit here, Michelle?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just if Axel Stemark is not rolling a deuce now, and he's
Second
actually
best.
entering with 2,
Second
but it's not a
best.
deuce, then Marc maybe could point on him next time. Hit and cover, yes.
An ace
Two.
is what you want, or a double 3.
Yeah, definitely going for an ace. A single 3, that's not good enough. Marc can hit next time again. Ace 5.
Oh, do you lift or not? That's always difficult.
I think I would stay there.
Yeah.
My thought would be, should I play 6 or 7? Should I play 6 or 7?
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is
7,
probably
you can
best.
make the anchor. 6, you can have the points to close it. Now he only has a 4 and a 10.
He's in
It's
trouble.
only a 4 and 10.
Oh.
And 2 4s.
And that's probably a shift.
Yeah.
I think this
Marc.
is a shift to the ace.
Marc is thinking about the shift.
It's a shift to the ace.
The shift,
Of
that
course.
then we need to have a double 5 from Axel Stemark to bring him back
Yeah,
in
he's-
the game.
He's meat, as the Americans would say.
He is meat.
He's meat.
And maybe Axel Stemark is the meat, but it's Marc Olsen who is bringing the sandwich. He's the white bread. He's baking the white bread right now.
Mm-hmm.
And do we have anything on the chat out there? The live chat?
No,
No, not just
people are having
just
good-
people having good time enjoying this, and liking the stuff that we and the commentaries by Lamont. So good job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but,
We are
it's
doing-
fun, it's fun.
We are doing very good here. Michel Lamotte from Belgium. He is a very good commentator and analyst in here. It's going really good, and we are going on the way to find 8 people to play the quarterfinals in each flight. We have a ladies tournament that will end later. We have a junior tournament out there. We have a team tournament. A lot of things are going on. And Mark, he is in trouble. Should he shift or not?
I'm surprised he thinks so long and hard about it, because if he doesn't shift, and I mean he's a great player, he's a grandmaster. I'm sure he plays below 4. This is also a nice option which I hadn't seen, but still I think I would prefer the shift. But
maybe it's here where the really good players,
Sure.
they say,
Yeah.
well, I still got 3 minutes on the clock. I could actually use my 3 minutes now because the match can be over in just a second. If he's not rolling an
There's
ace,
an ace,
if he's not rolling an ace,
but the ace would have been just as bad.
yeah, but if it's not rolling an ace, it could be closed down.
Ooh,
It
look,
could be.
another ace. I mean, some strange things could happen. We've all seen it. I mean, of course, Axel is great, is underdog big time, but he has a fighting chance. An ace, and he has an ace point game, and there's a glimmer of hope. A glimmer is all you need.
Still, Axel need an ace. Mark need 3, 4, or 5, and no ace. We can actually sit here all night if it is 5, 6, and here should he make the point, or should he? If he's making the bar point, then there will be at least 9 number plus double 4. That's not so good next time. So that's 10 numbers. But if he's jumping, he could be afraid of a double hit with double ones. But that would be a huge number. Is he rolling snake eyes here?
An ace gives him some hope. Some hope.
And the 5, 4. I think that Mark should bring 5 to 8 and 4 to 10. Then he has 1s and 3s to close, and 4 and 5 and 6 to jump. And can Axel Stemark roll a 6-1? It's a 4-1.
I don't think he likes that.
It's a 4-1.
I would prefer to dance.
But Axel Stemark isn't. He doesn't care about the gammon here. So he could actually play what he wants.
Sure.
But I rather like to play to 9. We have to keep track of this 3-point prime. Maybe it could be a 4-point prime if he's lucky. And let's see what happens. On Mark, he doesn't roll a 1 or a 3.
You see, there are still some tactical complications here. This is not. It's not plain.
A huge 6-4 from Axel Stemark here would change the game.
Double 6
A
is
huge
6-3.
6-3.
Yep, there
That's
you
a
go.
huge number. 6-3. And 6-3 the other way around.
That's a great
Oh, that probably would kill Axel. 3, 4. 4 and 6s can hit, and it's 6. A 6-2 you can actually hit somewhere. You can hit on the midpoint, and then you have 6s and 2s for hitting again. But do you want to hit the 4th checker here?
I'm not sure.
So Mark is
That's-
actually not going for the 4th checker here.
I'm not sure about this. This is tactical stuff I'm not good at.
Mark tries for it.
Dancing? I think I would prefer to dance, to be honest.
Yeah, you prefer a long way. You actually also prefer that Mark is hitting that 5th checker, because then you can have some timing for it. You can't be gammoned, you can't be backgammoned, so you're just happy that you can stay there and wait until you have a shot in the end.
Yes.
We normally talk about that 90% of the time you get a shot from the ace. So all in all, Axel still has a game going on.
He has a bit of a game, although his board is of course jeopardized, or how do you say that? Because it 2 deep points, so even if he gets a shot, he has a long way to go. So Marc shouldn't worry too much. But of course, ace point games can give late hits, and
The only thing that Marc actually should think about here is, could he give a shot somewhere, and how should he clear his points? He could actually clear his 6 point without without any problems.
the one is nice. I played this one to the 5. Your double 5s play well. Your double 6s play well. You don't have checkers on the 2 high points, 6 and 2. You don't want checked spares there when you're bearing in against an ace point game.
Oh no, Marc!
No, that's not. That I don't like this.
Yes, he play.
This
He
is
could play.
better, I
He could
think.
play 10. Yeah, he would. Marc would rather like to go for lifting his 6 point next time if he rolls small numbers. Small numbers like 2, 3, 2, 4, something like that. People are sitting on the table out there again. It's a little bit.
It's okay. People are excited. I mean.
Yeah,
it's a good
they
note.
are. Yeah, you are. There they
Take
are.
it off. Okay.
So basically,
wanna come
Marc's
in-
job right now is to not leave a shot. Is to
course.
bring
Yeah.
bring
Just
off his
bring it
checkers safely, and he only needs the 2 points in the match.
See,
so,
but now he has sometimes you roll a 6-5 here, you know, and leave a double shot. It's all
Yeah,
possible.
it could happen. It could happen. It could happen. Will the disaster come here?
5-2,
No,
it's
it's
a
no
gap.
disaster.
It's a gap. Still some hope. Some hope.
The gap is better than the 6-5.
1-6 is okay.
The gap is better than the 6-5. What can he roll? Small numbers here. 5-5, 5-4, 5-4. Marc will take a
Ugly
1 off
things
for the
can
4
happen.
point. 6-2.
I would slot the 5, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, slot the 5. Come on, you have to make a board.
But he's getting a shot, maybe? No, he's not getting a shot. Now it could be some time for that he's getting a shot. Now he can
Slot the 5.
Now he can slot with 16-5. Now he can slot with 16-5, and he comes around. He still has the outfield coverage.
Come on. If he had slotted the previous roll, I think he would have already had a 4-point board. Okay. Tense.
3 what?
I think it's double 3.
Double 3 leaves a
Leaves a
shot.
shot, yeah.
You see, there you go, and there may be other shots coming. 2 would be huge.
Oh,
Doesn't
misses.
get it.
Doesn't get it, no. Go out, yeah. That's fine. He wants to have some checkers. He doesn't want to break his prime. So
Now, 2 high numbers will leave a double
Yeah.
shot.
Oh, yeah.
You see, it's never over. It's never over. That's
4-1 leaves
Is this
no
shot?
no
No
shot,
shot,
no
no
shot, no shot. Marc only needs a deuce or 2 high numbers. 6-1. He's running fast. He's running fast.
I think you have to stay on the 24.
At least with 1 checker.
Yes, well, with both, I would say, but then you have to kill a checker. Oh, it doesn't look nice.
It doesn't look nice now.
It's a hard thing to.
But you have to make him play 3s.
Yeah, but the 3 will still have a shot down on the ace
yeah.
point. But it's fairly close to being over for Axel. It's even though he hit a shot, it would be difficult for him to win this game. He has 4 checkers down on the ace and the 2
3-1.
point. Ooh, 3-1. This one is exciting.
That leaves a shot.
Yeah, but I think he should make the ace point.
Make the ace,
Marc
yeah.
should make the ace point. Then he has 13. Plus he has something to work with later.
Sure.
So if he's hit by a 4 here, a 3-1, it's 13 number that can change it. Otherwise, it's over.
And there are 4 fanning numbers.
Yeah, that's also that. Only 1 here. If Axel is coming into the ace point here, he still has a chance of shooting until the end. I would not play this like Marc. I would have made the ace point.
It's
And
over.
6-5, it's
It's
over.
over.
We have Marc, the winner of 2014, going to the quarterfinals, and Axel Stemark is out. I'll try to get them in for an interview.
Well, Axel fought hard,
Yeah.
but came up short.
Yeah, he did.
He came up short. I mean, the pass he did at 6 away, 3 away, shows that he doesn't have the level to compete at this high level.
Marc is a fantastic player. He's a world-class player, absolutely. So it was a tough match
But
for him.
Axel came up short.
Yeah. Let's see if we have the players in the do some interview after the match.
Okay, my part is over here.
You can stay for the after match interview.
Okay,
No problem.
great.
No problem.
Great fun.
Yeah, sure.
I'm happy.
Hey guys.
Hi Marc, congratulations.
I'm not sure if we were ever introduced. Is it Michel?
Michel, yes.
Michel, nice to meet you, Marc.
Hi, Marc. Congrats.
Thank you very
Congrats,
much.
Marc.
Grab a chair
Can you sit down with us just for 3 minutes and talk a little bit about it?
Yes, for sure.
What happened out there, you think?
I think we had an exciting match.
Yeah?
I think we had many good games, and I was leading all along, but it was like I never had the big gap. It's like I kept the lead, and luckily I managed to bring it home.
Yeah. Can I ask why with the double fours you didn't shift in the last game?
Tricky position. Right?
Because if you don't
We-
shift
we-
and he rolls the ace, he has the ace point
Yes, the
game
ace
all the
point.
way.
Yes,
and
that was-
shifting, 3 checkers on the bar.
There's a trade-off. I knew that I only had to win the game.
Sure.
So if I wanted to win the gammon, I would have switched for sure. But sometimes switching wins more game as well. So if I switch, all I'm scared of is the double fives or some quick fives. With the pure play that I made, I figured in that position I'm only scared of the ace point game. But he has to get it first, and then he has to win the ace point game. Either way, I think I must be in pretty good shape after either play. I opted for the pure play. Maybe it was a mistake. I don't know. I don't know if you saw the.
We didn't check that one because we had another position that we wanted to check. But I would just like to go through the match with you for a few seconds. What we saw out there was that you were having an aggressive game in the beginning. Axel was playing a hitting contest. It was a lot of checkers on you side most of the games. Did you try to go in for some complex game, or did you feel that Axel was too aggressive, or what happened out there?
Obviously, the complex games is in my favor. I knew that. So as soon as we start getting into the hitting contests, I felt more comfortable. There's a lot of luck involved. You can't really decide yourself. It's not up to you. It's up to the dice.
Yeah.
I can make some moves, and then when it turns out this way, these complex games, I feel more comfortable. when
So
playing
you were
with-
happy for that, and that
Definitely.
gave you a 5-2 lead or something like that, 6-3 lead. Then we had this cube at 6-3. Can you remember that cube?
Yes, very interesting. We had two interesting cubes actually.
Yeah.
We had the one that was like not a real back game, but like a 4-7
Yeah.
forward back
Oh, yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah.
which might have been too good, or it might have been a no double take because of the score. With so much gammon.
We didn't check it because Michel and Freddie Noor was in here, and both of them said easy pass, and you passed, and we went on from there. But I would rather like to talk about this score, 6-3.
Yeah.
What do you think about this score?
First of all, when you have a gammonish position, leading 3 away, 6 away,
Yeah.
the doubling window is so narrow. I
Yeah.
knew that. So when I faced this position, I knew that the chance of being double take was probably quite small.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if it was a no double take or if it was too good to double pass.
Okay.
But by swinging the cube, I mean, he might take it too good, you know.
But
so
if Axel is an aggressive player and he could take deep and stuff like that, that could put you on a risky position. And I don't think that you should put yourself on a risky position. You actually thought about it just to roll before, where I just said no, don't double, Marc, and then you double the next time. And that one I didn't want to double either.
because you thought it was too good,
No,
or because you thought
bes-
it was no double.
Because I thought it was no double, and I don't think I want to get a double against an aggressive player. So
I mean, at the 3 away, 6 away score, you need at least in the mid 70s winning chances and 25-30% gammons to have a good cube. Like you say, your doubling window is so small. I mean, I would have snatched that cube at 3-way, 6-away.
Okay, then I made a mistake. If it was a
You
no
only
double
had
take,
70%
Yeah.
winning chances.
And that's the thing. That's the thing we have in here. That's the last position we checked here, and it was actually a no double.
oh yeah, this one I knew
this
it
one,
was a
yeah.
no double.
Yeah, and therefore, I think that you were a little bit lucky that you got to 7-3. But then Axel won some points, and he cubed early when you had
Yeah.
the 5-3 for him and a split for you. And it's normally it's in that score you can cube early, and that's fine. I haven't checked it, but I'm sure it's correct to double for him. It's correct for you to take. It's easy to take for you. And the game turned around, and you had this double 4. And we have had this discussion about the double 4. Then in the end, you
Can I
had
just say something
Yeah.
about the cubes? Because I think there's more to it than that. I think with both cubes, with this, it's true that I don't want to risk a big swing.
no.
I
That's
prefer
my point.
to keep the cube low. But this is a complex position. I mean, I wasn't even sure what the right cube action was. And if maybe I made a huge pass a huge take. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. And the same with this one. I knew that this cube at what was the score?
3-way, 6-away.
Oh yeah, this was the 3-way 6-away,
Yes,
right?
it
The other
was.
one was 3-way 7-away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So 3-way 6-away. That was the holding game, where I also had some blitz opportunities because he was on the bar.
Yeah.
So I figured this gotta be probably it could be a no double. But it's not easy. I mean, people pass this stuff, you know.
Sure.
It's a pass for money probably because of the gambling chances.
Yeah.
So if I make a small error and give him like an opportunity to make a mistake,
But
I think he made a huge mistake passing that cube.
This is a bluff double.
It's a
but-
bluff double.
But
It's
bluffing,
It's a bluff
bluffing,
double.
bluffing in a spot where you don't want people to be aggressive. That's not the best way to play it, probably.
You gotta know your opponent, get it.
yeah,
dropped the
that's
cube.
true. That's true.
How
Then
big of an error was it?
it was just a
60
blunder.
or
It's just
It's like a 60
so
error. Okay.
blunder, almost to a blunder.
And he made a 300.
Yeah,
error.
but that's fine. We don't have Axel here, so we don't have him to defend his passing or
Has no
taking.
defense.
No. I want.
Yeah, I
want,
think the defense is it's not. I mean,
I want to discuss it
It's
with.
complicated,
I don't want to discuss it with those who are here, and then discuss your thinking about it and stuff like that. The last one, the 3-1.
Yeah.
You actually could have made the ace point. Did you think about that?
which one?
The 3-1
Bear-off.
in the bear off in 3 rolls before that.
yes.
Why didn't you think about why didn't you want to
Okay,
make the
I have two plays.
ace one?
I can make the ace point, which brings me to 9 checkers off.
Yeah.
And I make sure that I have that ace point, so in case I get hit, you know, I'm never gonna get stuck with more checkers. So by not making the ace point, there's the same number of shots. It's 13 shots either way. I leave myself open to getting one more checker stuck, but I get 10 checkers off. That checker is worth a lot of percentages in a pure race. So it was just like a trade-off, you know. Do I
Yeah.
want to get the race equity from one more, getting the 10th checker off, or do I
But
want? And I
it-
wasn't sure.
It
I mean,
also pushes him off if he's rolling 1-2, 1-5, or 1-6.
point, good
So
point.
that pushes him away, and it just by pushing him away, you are winning the match.
That
And
might be the decisive argument.
Yeah.
Of course, I thought about it. When he enters with an ace, I might get into a coup classique
Yeah.
situation.
That's correct.
So I think
Don't-
maybe that swings the scale.
Yeah.
But the 10th checker is worth a lot of percentages in the race.
You're right in that.
So I can I see what's we have the
Yeah, you can.
what was the right play
If
with
that's
this
the
one?
way you are defending right now, you can do that.
Okay, it was an error that the play I made.
Okay,
You're
I
supposed
haven't
to
I
make,
haven't
the
checked
ace
it.
point.
I haven't checked it, but
But it's rather close.
It was just what we were talking about in here.
I even knew that it was probably rather close.
Yeah. Well, Marc, you won it. You are into the quarterfinals again. You won the whole tournament in 2014. Can it happen again?
Of course it can.
What do you think? We have some good players in there.
Do we know who's in the other quarterfinals?
we-
I know Henrik Bang is in.
Henrik Bang, Elias Kritikos, Petko, and Rune. They are 2 guys from Norway, and we haven't heard yet, but there were 2 guys playing against each other, Sondre Rike and Bjørn Inge. One of them could be in the quarterfinals,
So the Norwegian
and
are strong this year.
the Darkfin could be in the quarterfinals if he's beating Peter Christiansen. So all in all, we have a chance of that. We have a Norwegian invasion. Are you the guy who is going to save us from that one?
I mean, I'm gonna bring everything. You know, I'm gonna be so focused and play my best. I can the PRs from this game. What was it? 3.7 6
Yeah,
and
you played
7.9. I
you
mean, this
play-
is probably
you
my,
played-
my game when I'm in the zone.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
played
keep-
you played a good match.
I'm gonna keep up that level, and hopefully we'll
Yeah.
see. You know, I can't do any more than that.
We have all the results of drawbox.com. We had 120 people watching here. We have 250 subscribers. We have a lot of things going on here. We want to go to see if we can find a new match. And have we anything more to say than to?
No, just on a last note, maybe Marc wants to tell something about his new book that he just published.
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Just
thank
like
you
30
guys.
seconds about your new
Thank
book,
you
so
guys,
so
yes.
the backgammon fans out there can.
It's a book
yeah.
about strategy.
Yeah, called
It's
Pure
not about
Strategy.
called
Yeah.
Pure Strategy. It's not about mathematics. It's about how to think about the game in a conceptual way.
Yeah.
And it's like the inspiration I got from studying how the neural nets actually worked inside the neural nets. So, yeah, I recommend
Interesting,
everybody
yeah.
to read it. I think
Good.
it's interesting.
But
It is.
if we don't find, good luck out there.
Yeah.
We hope you will be back.
Congrats to Marc, and
Thank you.
see you in.
Thank
see
you
you later.
guys.
Great fun.
Great fun. Thanks a lot.